I've been listed as an account holder on this account with this phone number that I've told to have this callback on. I shouldn't be required to, and I'm not giving you a hard time. You're doing your job. You're earning your money to survive. It's your company I'm pissed at. Alright, I shouldn't be asked this. Anyway, she's my mother, alright? That's none of your guys' business as a corporation. But that's my relation to her. I live under the same household. I pay for these services. There's your answer, Comcast. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. I know you would agree with me if you could, but you can't. It's ridiculous. Anyway, please continue.
Yes, sir. So I am already policy job fully verified, and I know your stream gets that also. So the issues with your internet service.
Yeah, I'm trying to stream, man. I'm recording you now because I mean, and it's not you, brother. It's your company. I've filed numerous complaints about this problem. I've explained in great depth, and even had one of the tech support agents on a chat tell me that the local area node out here has been overwhelmed. I've got a gigabit network through promotion. You guys want to come into my house to try and figure out what the problem is here? I've proved it on my own several times that I get stable internet gigabit connection for extended periods of time, and then it just goes to shit. I've asked to have a network tech come out and inspect the network in the neighborhood. Never got any feedback on that. So now here we are again, and this is just going to keep happening until something is produced that I'm satisfied with. But so far I'm unsatisfied. My network keeps getting interrupted. I can't keep a stable network all day. All day it's been jacked up. That's where I'm at.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for those information. And what I'm going to take you right now is going to run some diagnostic and troubleshoot. And of course, whatever be the resolution, I'm going to get you this one. Okay? Hopefully we can find for the best resolution and we can fix this one. So just stay in the line there and bear with me all throughout. I know how it's really important for you to, of course.
I'm trying to, like I said when we started this phone call, buddy, I wanted to try and be real friendly with you, ask you about your day, because I know this ain't your fault, man. You don't run Comcast.
Yes, I understand also, sir. But, of course, this is the job. And you need to follow some
That's fine.
troubleshooting.
That's fine.
Thank you so much for that. Just a moment. I'm checking everything here, okay?
Yeah, I've run numerous stream tests tonight. I can barely get 1 megabit up and down. The consistency I guess my next question is, can you tell me if you've had any outages or issues in my local area?
I'm going to check that one also,
Okay,
sir.
okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So last January, oh, 1. So that's I mean, the last outage happened in your area, just January 1,
The first
December
of the month.
28, um, so as for checking, December 28, twice, and January 1, once only. And after that, January 1, there is no outages of, anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So right now, it's still communicating to your device, sir, still on 35%. Somehow it takes 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I was just on the Xfinity app and it said my internet wasn't connected. Yet I was running a speed test. I mean, it's pretty funny, man. Oh, and let me mention I've already reset my router 3 times today.
Oh,
So that's also pretty funny. There's all kinds of jokes going on around here. Oh, you
yes,
want
sir.
you want to you want to hear the funniest thing though? The past week, the past 7
Mm-hmm.
days prior to today, I had no internet issues, not one. Not a single one. I got my full upload speed, not one percentage of dropped frames on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this cycle keeps repeating itself every couple weeks in this neighborhood. I'll get everything I'm paying for, every single drop, and then one or 2 days, 3 days after 2 weeks, I'll be reduced to like 1 or 2% of what I pay for, if that, for 2 or 3 days. And that interrupts me trying to generate revenue in my life. I've been trying to be real cool about this with the company, with Comcast, but it's somebody has to take accountability. There has to be something done. This is an issue that keeps going unresolved. And I'm not talking to you. Just think most of the time I'm speaking, I'm talking to the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point I may go and want all these recordings that have ever been handled with this account pulled and looked at. I know what it's like, man, to work in a call center, you understand? I worked one for a couple of years. Nobody ever fucking called up, and the first thing they did when I said hello, so this is so and so. Nobody ever asked me how my night was going, how I'm doing. So that's why it was a little weird for me to start the phone call with that, But I know what it's like sitting in that chair. Is it? I got a question for you. I'd like you to answer, sir. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
When did they start asking you what? I mean, why did you ask me what the relation is to the homeowner? Is that a new policy? Because I've been on these calls before. I've never had that asked to me before. That's quite intrusive and uncomfortable of a question to have to be asked.
Yes, I understand, sir. But of course, I need also verify the account before I'm going to pull up this one, sir. It's part of the process, and we are not allowed to pull up the account if it's not fully verified. So that's why I asked you that question, sir.
That must be
That
new,
is
man,
also
because the
that is
every other.
also for
Go ahead.
that is also for security, sir, of the account holder. That is somehow, of course, if we cannot fully verify the account, maybe the caller is someone trying to get information. So it's within the security purposes only, sir. So that's why I've asked you.
All right, so because we're sitting here, I want to get my 2 cents out about this. And I'm not talking to you when I say this, but that is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Okay, you understand? I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that to Comcast. And the reason I say that is because I understand the Xfinity. Just the rumor is that they just got hacked. Okay, that's new, and that's why they've started this new "What's your relation" policy. But the point of the matter is my phone number has been authorized to call this account. I mean, you were to ask me who my mother is. What's that going to keep me from hacking and stealing information? That's going to guilt trip me. Like that's going to guilt trip somebody who's trying to steal identity theft or whatever. It's the dumbest thing. I don't know what idiot makes $120,000 that came up with that. At any rate, that's my 2 cents. Quite intrusive. Quite intrusive, definitely. At any rate, you have been very professional. I just want to note that again. You've been very kind with me. I'm an irate customer. I'm trying to keep my cool.
Yes, somehow I understand, but don't worry, sir. I'm going to double check everything here,
Thank you.
and whatever be the result, I'm going to tell you. So I'm still getting necessary information here, but earlier on the first information diagnosis, the system identified that there's something wrong with the speed in the gateway. That is internet services.
Yeah, I think I
But
might have noticed.
yeah, let me. But right now I'm still checking, and
Okay.
the system is still getting information.
Okay.
Just a moment, sir.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything else. I mean, I could be playing a game, but the fact of the matter is, it's pointless without trying to stream my content. Plus, this is probably going to be viral content. Who knows? Who knows how these things go these days? It's usually shit like this that goes viral. Even if it didn't, I wouldn't care. It doesn't matter, you know? Because I know what I've been dealing with this for the past year and a half, as a matter of fact, if not longer. I've gone through two modems, an old one and a recently the most hottest piece of plastic your company could put out. I just got the brand new modem, got the brand new gigabit internet, and I've been having the same problems that I've always had. And it really leads me to believe it's off the property because of the fact that for several days, weeks, it's fine. I never have a problem. If it was a problem with the line and the median and the ground running off my property to the local node on the pole and thereafter, then yeah. If it was a daily problem, I might think that's really on my, it would really lead to a much higher probability of it being on my property. The problem is most people aren't aware enough of how medium networks work. I happen to have a little bit of background in that. I've done years, gathered years of data from my end and concluded that. And I keep letting it go, but at some point something I either have to be compensated, the account has to be compensated financially, or I have to get some kind of accountability of a network technician being out here in the neighborhood running diagnostics. Because my opinion is, I live in a pretty fucking poor neighborhood. I was quite fucking surprised that I was able to get gigabit out here, as a matter of fact. But it was promotionally offered, so I accepted it at the same price I paid for my old speed. But the truth of the matter is, it really doesn't matter. Nothing's changed. In fact, I still have never gotten my full 100 megabit. Is the fuck? I can't even remember. It should be. I think it should be 1,000. I've been getting 77 recently. I can't even fucking remember. I think it should be 1,000 megabits per second is gigabit internet. As a matter of fact, let me look that up. Yeah, 1,000 megabits per second. I'm getting 1.56 megabits per second and 0.91 megabits per second, as per this last speed test 5 seconds ago. I'm not quite sure that's right. Yeah, I think I've only ever gotten 700 or 800 megabits per second on this account. All for record, partner. I appreciate you listening. Even if you got me on mute, it's fine. I really don't care. It's all good, buddy.
So right now, sir, actually the system identifies that your modem is not somehow it looks like it's in timeout right now,
Huh.
and of course it needs to be provisioned as of the time. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to provision the modem, and I am restarting the modem.
You're going to send a refresher signal. Yes, I'm very aware.
Yeah.
I've been through it a couple times, my friend.
Hopefully it will work and everything will be in good condition after this one. But of course,
But it won't be, partner, because it may work for a day, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, but eventually I'm going to have this problem again. So I mean, like, we should like be doing refresher signals to my house every day. I mean, that needs to be an everyday occurrence. If this is the deal, this is the 4th or 5th call I've made, and I've gone through this, and there's no guarantee it's going to work like that for a couple of days. And that's because the network is soaked up down here. I mean, it's not my problem. I mean, again, it's not even about the gigabit internet. I live in a piss poor neighborhood. I fucking get it, bro. But, a company wants to offer services as all. Yeah, I guess I should be grateful to have any kind of internet. But, I mean, at what point do you stop kissing ass and I'm paying $105 a month to be grateful for trash? I guess that's the new standard in some places. It's not always trash, I guess I should mention. Sometimes it's pretty fucking shiny, but when it's not, it's trash. I mean, we all want to fucking do something to stick it to the man, right? But at some point, this is going to have to be escalated. At some point, I'm going to have to bear down and do something to get an escalation to a technician or a manager. It'll happen one way or another. It just depends on how fast I want it to happen. I mean, it's like, I'd love to hear a tech come back to me and say, oh, everybody else in your neighborhood who has Comcast is fine. Nobody else has got problems like you. You're the only one. I would love to hear that and have that in documentation. I really would. Because I'm about 98% sure that ain't going to happen. They're not going to double down. They can try if they want, it'll cost them more. Stick it to the man, right? Oh. Yes, I'm here. Okay, that's fine. I'm airing my grievances, friend. I'm just airing my grievances a little bit. I have another question for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what the speeds in download and upload my plan permits?
So on the account, it's 1000 Mbps download speed and 20 Mbps upload.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, the reason I asked that is because in several instances I've recorded proof that I can run at 20 kbps with no problems, no drop frames, no instability on my internet connection. But I'm going to drop it anyway for the next couple weeks. I know I've done this before, it hasn't done anything. But I'm going to do it anyway just to see what happens. That should be 2,000 kilobits per second, should be more than enough overhead. I mean, I've speed tested 21, 22 megabits per second. I've always gotten good download. I mean, it was just the other night, guys. I have recorded in my streams for fucking 6 hours straight. I had 0% drop frames. Zero at 20,000 kilobits per second. Period. End of story. I mean, there's no argument to be made there. There's no argument besides a fucked up network layout and build and infrastructure out in the neighborhood. And by the way, if it comes out to people wanting to verify that, it's usually at the end of my streams, the past couple weeks, especially doing this Baldur's Gate and X4 Foundation streams. I come off and I prove that through my fucking OBS connection. How we doing over there, partner?
Hello, sir. So, right now, sir, I'm still running some
Okay.
restart process here. It's still on the process.
Okay. Thank you. Just wanted a
You're
quick
welcome.
update. Oh yeah, I'd also like to mention again, speaking to your company, your employer, that
Mm-hmm.
it is incredibly difficult to have gotten a phone number to contact. I actually had to go through Xfinity's fucking chat, and I've also read other reviews how it makes the company makes it like they're trying to hide the fucking customer service phone number. Yeah, I'm sure because you got people calling up with dumb issues and they need to be, sifted out. That could have been handled through the FAQ or through the chat. But for people like me that have real issues, it doesn't help not add to my frustration that I have to pay this fucking bill every month. And I keep getting pushed off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta find a phone number or go through a fucking AI chat to talk to a human to get a callback number.
Yes, I know, sir. That's our automated system. It's somehow the first um, stage of the troubleshoot. But of course, we have here the text option. I can send you also the text option that we have suggested. You can also get that like.
That's
text,
okay, buddy. I don't need the text option, man. My fingers are done tired from texting all day trying to earn money to live. The last thing I really want to do is do that, trying to enjoy my services I pay for. I'd rather talk. It takes a little less energy. I'm sorry to cut you off there. Were you saying something else other than that? I mean, honestly, man, it's at the point where I don't know if I can request this, but I'm requesting that your call center manager. I know you have one. All call centers do. I want them to review this phone call. I wanted them to see how professional you have been, how friendly I am really trying to be with you, despite all I've been dealing with. But I also want them to hear my concerns because it should be noted. It really should be. Whether they give a shit or not is a whole nother story, but that's just going to mirror the kind of personality individual they are.
Thank you for that one, sir. But
Yeah, you're a trooper, man. Like I said, I know what it's like to sit in that chair. I've had some real dirtbags call me up and just treat me like shit, bro. I know what it's like, man. It's disgusting. It's why I got out of call center work. That's why I'm trying to let you know I'm not talking to you. I'm not. I'm talking to your employer. I know the language is foul. I know it's disgusting. I really don't like it. I try not to use it most of the time. It's situations like this.
by the way, sir, the restart process is already complete. not still get necessary information. So it really needs to have this an additional 2 hours for the system to um, still communicate and get the diagnostic and get the necessary information on what's really happening on the services that you have. And after 2 hours, sir, you're going to receive a text message or it's either a phone call. It's up to you. Um, you're going to receive a text message or phone call after 2 hours. Uh, do you confirm if the issue is already resolved or it's still occurring? And if it's still occurring, sir, all you need to do is just reply to the text message that is between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it means that you need to reply tomorrow morning during business hour at 8 a.m. so that we can further assist you. And that's the time also for us to schedule you already for the technician in order for this one to be fixed. And of course, this issue will be addressed.
Okay, so here's the deal, my man. I'm gonna make it real again. I'm really talking to Comcast when I say this. I gotta work tomorrow, okay? I'm unavailable, but that's really besides the point. Because I would be willing to let somebody shoot me tomorrow if I knew that this was not going to happen. Because I know for a fact that this problem is going to be ongoing. So we're gonna skip all that, alright? You're just gonna put in that the problem's not resolved. Alright, man? I mean, whether you do it or not, again, well, actually, let me put it this way, because you may not be able to do anything about that. You may honestly be restricted from doing that. I don't know that. I've never worked at Comcast. I mean, I just need. Let me put it this way. What the responsibility I'm going to put on you is to make sure that you get on your IRC there with your manager and tell them to review this phone call. Don't even just tell them that, because when they hear this, I want them to know I want this problem escalated. I don't want a technician on my property. I know it's not on the fucking property. I want diagnostics done on this network node, and I want to report back on that. That's what I want. Because I can't deal with all of getting up at that shit. Those hours are way outside my schedule for my work. That doesn't work for me. And I know the problem's going to persist because it's been persisting for a year and a half. I don't need to know 2 hours from now when I'm trying to get ready for bed. Alright, that doesn't work. None of that works for my schedule. That's what I have to say to Comcast. Alright, I pay you. You don't pay me. Period. You're like my employer, Comcast. You understand? I'm not yours. So, you make sure you tell your QA manager that this call needs to be heard and something needs to happen. Because I've got years and years of fucking proof that there's issues down here. And it needs to be resolved off my property. Or I need sufficient legal proof that states everything else in this network around here works as it's supposed to, at least a 90% efficiency. I can't expect 100. That's kind of ridiculous. But I need it proven for at least a month on end, because this is at least a problem once a month, if not twice. Every fucking month. It's ridiculous. You either spend the money, fix your infrastructure, or you need to start giving me money off my bill. It's that simple. I don't need to be held accountable for this. For a problem I've proven time and time. Go through all my fucking streams. I've got proof on my streams that I can run a stable internet connection here. There's no way I could do that if I got a fucked up cable in my yard or something. It's ridiculous. I don't need a tech in my house. You guys can run plenty of diagnostics locally off the property to find this problem. You already have a tech who admitted, again, I'll state this again for the record. You've had a tech who admitted it in chat that the network has problems out here. It gets jacked the fuck up. It gets blocked up. He's gotta release it. That's why this refresher shit works sometimes, because it unblocks the network cloggage. Well, not my problem. You guys are running cable internet out here. It's not fucking DSL. We're not sharing this shit. That's not how it works. A lot of fucking General Joe Schmoes don't know that. I know that. DSL is shared. Cable is not. All right, man. That's it. I'm done. Just make sure your QA agent gets that. You can at least do that. I know you can tell them to listen to this phone call. You tell them it's important. Because if they miss it and somebody else gets it, it's going to be their ass in the hat, and the guy's probably going to try and take you down with him. That's how people are, bro, if you haven't learned that yet. And it ain't personal against you, but this is getting ridiculous, dude. I'm tired of being fucking abused like this. Alright, man? That's it. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I'm going to pull up the recording, sir, and I'm going to get this, give this one to our quality assurance.
Yeah, and they need to last thing, the homeowner is sick of this, okay? They barely use the internet. I mean, they use it to work. As a matter of fact, they work at home and they got to deal with this bullshit. I got 0.82 megabytes per second. That's trash, man. I don't understand. That's barely dial-up. I mean, that's a little better than dial-up probably. But I mean, they got to deal with that. I don't earn money through my streams, but that's kind of regardless. I'm trying to invest and build income for myself, but I still have to pay the bill. And the bill ain't worth $105 a month. It's more like $75 at this fucking rate. Alright, that's it, man. So I really apologize for all the cursing you've had to hear tonight, but I'm just, it's ridiculous, bro. So now I'm stepping it up a notch. I'm trying to remain as professional as possible. So I appreciate you taking the call, buddy. You've been great. You really have. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Everything goes good. You've been really cool, dude.
Thank you so much, sir. And of course, it's really the best resolution that we can have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually did. Make sure that all communication goes through my phone number, 410-908-4902. It's not to go through the primary account holder, because they won't respond. They're not good with phones. It needs to come through me. I'm authorized on the account. I'm the fucking son that your company's got to be so intrusive to know about for no valid reason in your legal binding contract, because your company got hacked. Not my problem. But it does not go through the homeowner's number. It goes through the one that is on this phone call and attached to it. That's really the last thing I wanted to say.
Just to confirm, sir, it's 410-908-4902.
That's correct. That's the one, the only other authorized number on the account, and the one being attached to this recording and this phone call.
Yes, sir.
Leave me voicemails. Leave me a phone number I can call back. I don't feel like going through your chat anymore. I'm not Joe Blow Schmo who's trying to set the shit up. Alright, we're well past all that. I don't need to be hassled and wasting my time on that. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much, or also, sir, and really apologize for all the inconvenience.
Yeah, you earned your money on your phone call with me, brother. You did good.
And I know that you was also there to take some rest already. I don't want to get much of your time anymore. So I'm going to raise this issue to our higher ups.
I'd appreciate that.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, and of course, have a good night, sir. Take care always, and goodbye for now. Keep safe always, sir.
Okay, yeah, I guess the last thing I want to add is I shouldn't have to wait more than a week to hear something. That's very fucking compassionate of me to wait more than 7 days. But if I got to go finding and fishing somebody out to find this problem and continue to see where it's gone, appreciate. I'm sure you will, partner. I believe you. As a matter of fact, I believe you're doing everything you're saying you're gonna do.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir.
Thank you.
Hopefully, our higher ups are going to go into this situation, and they are going to escalate this issue also. Thank you, and have a great day, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you. Have a good night.
Here. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Have a good night. Bye
You
bye
too.
for now.
Bye now. Yeah, that guy was a fucking trooper, I'll tell you, man. I've had some real assholes call me up, treat me like shit, just 'cause some other fucking cocksucker pays me 12, 15 bucks an hour to listen to their bullshit. I've been there. That guy probably didn't have me on snare hold either. But that's all irrelevant. I'm not here to boast my own ego. I'm just trying to, I keep my fucking cool pretty well most of the time. But when it comes to this, man, this company's getting so many passes. Fucking $1 billion company. I ain't gotta see nothing on the internet, nobody to prove it to me. No bookkeeper, no fucking wiki, no .net fucking gross earnings to tell me that Comcast is one of the biggest fucking profit war machines on this planet. I'm making a fucking stream to get my point across. Well, I'm actually making a recording. Let me correct myself there. But at any rate, I'm fucking done here. I'm gonna go and keep streaming these fucked up streams. Anyway, we're out. Peace.